It's a cold winter evening. Amber goes to her friend Mara's house and sees clear signs of a robbery. Everything's turned upside down, and Mara is missing. Amber calls the police. They arrive and question Amber.
I knocked on the door and rang the bell repeatedly. The light was on in one of the rooms. That's why I thought that Mara must be home. So I decided to look out the window, but the glass was frozen. So I breathed on the ice to melt it, and then I noticed the hot mess inside the house and called you.
After hearing her story, the policemen suspect Amber. Why? Both sides of the glass would have been frozen, so Amber couldn't have a chance to see through the window clearly. Therefore, her story is fake. Nina enters the local museum and sees a beautiful statue, but unfortunately, its shadow is missing. Can you find it among these options? Only the second one fits perfectly. Carl is a legendary wizard. Olaf has been working as his servant for over 30 years. He wants to pay Olaf back for his loyalty.
Make one wish and I will fulfill it. You have 1 day to think about it.
Olaf gets very happy and rushes home to discuss the wish with his relatives. His mother is blind, so he asks Olaf to bring her eyesight back. Olaf's wife asks for a son because they've been childless for many years. And Olaf's father wants to be rich. That's why he insists that Olaf ask for wealth. The next day, Olaf goes to Carl and makes one wish. And it satisfies all the 3 desires of his family members. What was the wish? Olaf said, "My mother wants to see her grandson swinging on a swing of gold." 4 cars come to a 4-way stop, all coming from different directions. They can't decide who got there first, so they all enter the intersection at the same time. But they don't crash into each other. How is this possible? All the cars made right-hand turns. A frog falls at the bottom of a 30-foot well. Each morning, the frog climbs 3 feet up, but each night, it slips 2 feet down during sleep. So, at the beginning of the first day, the frog has 30 feet to go. At the beginning of the second day, it has 29 feet to go, and so on. How many days does the frog need to escape from the well? At the beginning of the 28th day, the frog will climb the last 3 feet and escape. Rick and Nick are twins who live on a farm together. Rick always tells the truth, and Nick always lies. One day, a traveler comes along and asks for directions to the nearest village. But he doesn't know who's the honest man and who's the liar. He can only ask one question to one of the brothers to figure out the correct route. What question should he ask? The traveler should ask any brother the following question. If I ask your brother which way leads to the nearby village, what would he say? In this case, whatever direction the traveler gets, it will be the opposite of the correct path. Can you find a copy of this key in this variety? Here's the perfect match. Ava, Brooke, and Chloe are fashion models. They participate in a fashion show. Each model is wearing a dress of different colors: red, green, and blue. The star of the show will wear a red dress. We know for sure that Ava's dress is not red, Chloe's dress is not green, and the color of Brooke's dress can be mixed with 2 other colors of the rainbow. Can you figure out the color of each model's dress? Let's start with Brooke. Her dress color can be mixed with two other colors of the rainbow. Only the green dress matches this condition because it's a mix of yellow and blue. Therefore, we can conclude that Ava's dress is blue and Chloe's dress must be red. So the star of the show is Chloe. Mr. Thompson is a legendary chemist. Unfortunately, someone kidnapped him from his lab. The police arrive and examine the crime scene. They find no clear evidence except a piece of paper lying on Mr. Thompson's desk. He only wrote out these 5 elements: nickel, carbon, oxygen, lanthanum, and sulfur. The lab guard says that only 3 people visited the chemist that day: his sister Laura, his co-worker Nicholas, and his wife Tessa. The police arrest the criminal immediately. Can you guess who? The list of chemicals was a clue. Their abbreviations sound like the name Nicholas. Billy wakes up in a dusty, abandoned basement. Suddenly, a creepy voice announces, "If you manage to open the combination lock, you're free to go. But if you don't, you'll stay here forever. I left a clue for you in this room." Can you help Billy crack the code? These boxes will help figure out the password. Mr. Bold takes a walk on the beach. He sees some boats. All except 2 are blue. Also, all except 2 boats are red. And all except 2 are white. Can you figure out how many boats of each color are present on that beach? Let's focus on the first 2 statements. We can fairly assume that 2 boats are not red and 2 boats are not blue. Now, one of those boats that are not red can be blue. Similarly, one of the non-blue boats can be red. If we remember the third statement, that all except 2 boats are white, we can conclude there's only 1 red, 1 blue, and 1 white boat on the beach. Can you figure out what's wrong with this picture? Why is there a sock hanging here? David goes to the local haunted house at night to film a vlog for his followers. Today is a new moon, so the night is very dark. He enters the house and suddenly, the door shuts behind him. He's trapped! David wanders around and finds 3 doors leading outside, but each path is hiding some dangers. There's a wicked maniac clown behind the first door. He ties up every person he manages to catch and forces them to listen to his jokes forever. There's a hungry werewolf hiding behind the second door. He's the strongest one in his pack. And there's a huge black hole waiting behind the third door. It's impossible to pass through it. Can you help David choose the safest option to escape? He should choose the second door. It's a new moon, remember? The werewolf is not a threat unless the moon is full. Can you spot any odd details here? Hello! What about this picture? Can you see anything weird? Number 5 is missing.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.